Okay, for the wall, we're going to put the first layer, and that's the shadow layer everywhere, the dark color, which is going to be, it's going to be ultramarine violet and cerulean blue. And we're going to add a lot of titanium buff. And that's when we're going to find out if it's the right color or value. When we put the titanium buff, it's a beautiful kind of grayish, bluish, purple wall. Okay. It's going to dry darker, so I'm going to go in with a bit more titanium buff because it's going to dry darker than what I'm seeing. And sometimes we're going to add a little bit more purple, sometimes more blue. Yeah, I think it's good. It shouldn't be the same darkness or value as this one here. It should be lighter because this is in. I'm adding, sometimes I add some more blue in it, sometimes more purple. Short brush strokes up and down, so we get a bit of color in here that is not flat. If we see a bit of purple from the first layer, that's okay. Now I'm going to darken a tiny bit using blue and purple top here, this part, just a bit, because eventually we're putting here, we're going to put some greens. Okay. We don't have to go all the way up, but the reason I'm doing this, I'm going all the way up, is just because I don't know where the green is going to go, and I can always work with that, with the green, putting it. It gives me more freedom to put the green anywhere I want. Okay, so I'll go back a bit so you can see what I'm doing. It's actually really, it's a really good color. It's going to look really nice when we start putting the light, strong light. I'm going down in here, so I'm darkening just a bit down here at the bottom. You know, I did leave room to show part of that lantern here. I'm not sure I want to put it there anymore. So I'm not sure where I want to put the lantern, or if I'm going to put one. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to ignore it right now, and then I can decide later on where I want this lantern. After we put the greenery and the lights, we're going to put those hanging lights, bulbs. I think it will look nice. Okay. You will see when we put the highlights, it's going to look fantastic. It's going to look really, really nice. It's amazing how dark acrylic dries. And sometimes when I go down bottom of the wall, I darken a bit. Just darkening by adding more of the purple and blue behind this table, chairs. Same here. Okay. I like this. The two chairs are different style. They're not exactly the same. Okay. Okay, since we're doing this, let's add more of the titanium buff and blue. Some purple. And then just try to paint this. We will put some other colors over
Yeah,
later
you can
on.
see the camera.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we will make it more weathered or more like to look like wood later on. For now, let's just paint it so we can highlight it. This is a bit too light. I'm gonna go darker because I'm not leaving any room for, oh, that's good. Any room for darks for doesn't have to be perfect. It shouldn't. Should look weathered. We should be, technically, I think we should be putting some kind of brown in here, just a little bit, but we really don't have to do it right now. I'm just doing this just because when I start putting the light, I need, the light is gonna go over. So we need a color in here. Okay. So cerulean blue, cadmium yellow light, a touch of ultramarine violet, and with this corner of my brush, I'm just dabbing. I'm gonna dab a little bit more here because we have a lot more wall in here, and just push this in. We don't need much of the dark green because we're gonna highlight this. We're gonna highlight it really, really strong right now, in a minute, because this is in a very strong light, this green. And I'm not going over the whole window. I'm keeping, just trying to go around it a bit. A little bit more blues in here, mixed with green. It's a summery color, kind of beautiful, fresh. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's bring in now. Actually, I'm going to give you time before I start highlighting.
Can you do a close?
Okay. So now we're going to highlight the green. So I'm going to take cadmium yellow light and cerulean blue. I'm putting it just a tiny bit with the corner of my brush, ultramarine violet, to tone it down a bit. And this is what we're going to do. And just with the corner of my brush, add some greens. Sometimes I'm going to bring in some more blue. So my greens don't look exactly the same. You might need to dip your brush in water so you get more of, instead of getting a blob, you will get a shape of a
Leaves.
leaves. It doesn't have to look really kind of perfect, of course not, but you know, a couple of them, maybe the ones that are floating, and don't try, you know, try not to lose the darks too much. Because you need some darks to get to show depth. Corner of the brush. It really shouldn't look like a, you know, you shouldn't aim for something that looks like a leaf. If you do this, this is fine. That's dark, you know, like kind of like push your brush in corner and lift, push in, lift, lift, lift. That's more than enough for a shape. I'm gonna put some more blue in here so my green doesn't look exactly the same everywhere. I'm going to bring it in down a bit so it doesn't look like it congested up here only. We're going to highlight this more.
Let's do this first.
Do what?
Let's paint the first coat and then we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like, how did you describe it? Bulb?
Where you're having problems with it?
Not exactly, but
Okay.
anyway. It needs a little bit darker.
Yeah, darks will help you see the light, the lighter part. If you don't have darks, then you're gonna see the lighter part. It's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
You want me to wait before I highlight this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, same colors, yellow, cadmium yellow light, cerulean blue, and now we're adding white.
Lots of white.
Well, if you just try it, and if you can see it when you put it on, if you can see
Yeah.
it, then it's the right white. If you can see the brush stroke, you see the,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's the right, yeah.
Are you doing it all the way through or only the front or the lower?
Mostly the front. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean here? Over here?
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
yes. I am putting it here too.
so you're not putting it all over, just lower.
Mostly lower. It just comes forward. It's really comes kind of makes the whole thing jump forward. Top part, I would like to keep seeing the darks. I don't want to cover them completely. I'm adding a couple of brush strokes with a bit more blue in my green. That's lovely. Okay. Right. That's good. That's good.